So many of you asked me what supplements I take on a daily basis. So in today's video, we're going to go over everything I take to look and feel my best at 71. Hi, I'm Adele and welcome to Forever Young. You know, a lot of you know that I used to have a vitamin business, so I take my supplements very seriously. I mean, I know what goes into them and what doesn't. So that's something that I looked at many years ago, so I'm very particular about that. But first, I want to say that I'm not a doctor. So anytime you're changing your supplements or you are on medication or something, I think that you should always check with your healthcare professional just to make sure you know that everything's okay. So with that being said, let's get started. Now, I'm really excited to talk about this because I didn't do a supplement program before because my main I couldn't find a main multi. I had a lot of different bottles and I just didn't think that you all would be interested in doing what I do. But in the last several months, I found a fantastic multivitamin. Now, a multivitamin, you're going to have to add a couple of things. You're never going to get everything, but I have found a multivitamin that's pretty perfect. And actually, the name of it is very fitting. It's called the Perfect Day Multi. It's by the Doc of Detox. I've been following him and his stuff for many, many years, and I have many of the products and things in the house and filters, just different things that I've gotten. But they came up with a multivitamin that covers all the bases. What I like about it, has absolutely no fillers. It's food-based. It has botanicals, superfoods, amino acids, coenzyme Q10. It's very high on the ORAC scale where they measure, how high an antioxidant or a superfood is. So this is a fantastic multivitamin that covers all the bases. So I think this is great. I think you're going to love it. It's plant-based too, and it is very bioavailable. So it's got everything good in it, everything. So this is called Perfect Day Multi. I'll put a link down below, but this can be the foundation for everything you need. All you need is 2 a day. And it's, you can go to the website and look it up and you're going to see that you can find the Perfect Day Multi on the Doc of Detox. I'll leave the link down below. There's tons of videos on it there where you can learn all about it even in more detail than what I'm talking about. So this is perfect. Then the next thing that I think a lot of people leave out in their vitamin program, and that is iodine. It's interesting because every cell in our body needs iodine, every cell, and we don't get it in our diet at all. I mean, the typical standard American diet has no iodine. The soil has no iodine, and this is needed for the health of our body. I mean, it's antiviral, it's antibacterial. It's been done a lot of studies with iodine and cancer, cystic breasts. You can use it for so many things, and this is the only pure iodine on the planet, meaning it is smaller than theta, smaller than nano. So it goes right into your system. It does not stain. It's made up in structured water. It's a different technology. So it's very light. And you just spray 5 sprays a day. If you have a sore throat, you can spray it, and you can't OD on it. That's another thing. I used to take a iodine many years ago, and it's very well known. It's almost 200 years old, but it has different molecules in it, and if you take too much, it could be a problem. If you don't take enough, so it's a little different. This, you cannot OD on it. You can actually take it throughout the day if you want. If you have a cyst or if you have a scar, you can spray it on scars. You can spray if you get a fungus, if you get a sore throat, it's antibacterial. So this is phenomenal. Many times people will be on a vitamin program and they do everything right, but yet they still don't have that energy because we're lacking iodine. So this supports your thyroid, your brain. This is fantastic. Everybody should have it in their house. Don't forget iodine. There's so many studies on how we are lacking in iodine. So this is called Infinite Iodine. It's pretty inexpensive too. And what I do is I buy the bigger I buy this one, Infinite. It comes in the box too. You can look for this on the Doc of Detox. And then it comes with the bigger bottle. So what I do, and it comes with this too. So you've got the two that it comes with. And then it has a little syringe that you can put your inside the other bottle and use it. And it lasts for a long time. It comes with this little thing here. So you can take it out and put it in the spray bottle. And it'll last you a really long time. It's good to have on hand, but basically it's very, very important for your body. We have to have iodine, and we're just not getting iodine in our food. So this is two things that I absolutely would not be without. You can find them on the Doc of Detox, and I will leave the link down below. There's lots of literature there for you to read. So these are fantastic. Now, I told you have to add some things. Of course, the main thing that you're going to have to add is a good vitamin D, and you're going to want to add a K2. These go together always. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the vitamin D. All of the things that I'm showing you today, I have ran through the consumer labs. I'm a member of the consumer labs. You have to pay for it, but it's worth it to me because they do third-party studies on so many things. You can even request a third-party to analyze a certain vitamin. Many vitamins have things like cadmium in it. I mean, I even found a chocolate that I used to like, a dark chocolate, and it had cadmium in it. So I run everything by there. So everything I'm showing you today has been run by that, or I've been taking it and know all about it. But this is called Nature Wise Vitamin D. This passed the test. You know, nothing's rancid, it's all good, you know, it has what it says in it. Many times you will look at a vitamin and it will not have the amount that it says it has. And that's startling, you know, we're paying for this. So this has 5,000 units of vitamin C, 125 micrograms, which is what everybody really was recommended to take. But you know, you can take even more vitamin D. There's so many studies on vitamin D for our bones, and it helps us to absorb calcium. But what's so very important is you have to have vitamin K2. Vitamin K2 is what tells the calcium where to go, so it doesn't go into your arteries. And they have done studies on vitamin K2, and I might add that you want the MK7 formula. There's MK4 too, but you want the MK7. It's much more natural, much more bioavailable, and all the studies were done on the MK7. They found that the more K2 that you have, the less risk of heart attack and cardiovascular disease. So there was an EPIC study done on that, the Rotterdam study in 2004. It talked about that. So you don't want that calcification. So you have to take the 7. This is from Now. You know, sometimes I change the brands, but this is a good one. It passed all the tests, has what it says in it. So you want to take this, and then you want to take your vitamin D. Extremely important that you take both of these together. This will help against fractures. This will help your heart. This will help protect you. And there's so many studies on this. You know, MK2 is actually in your saliva, and it helps with the dentine in your teeth too, which also has to do with heart attacks and risks of cardiovascular. Cardiovascular is so important. And so this is something that you want to take together. And of course, I'm going to say that we have to have magnesium too. Magnesium is something we all need. And it's interesting because there's different types of magnesium. And I used to take magnesium and change it around because they say, you know, like glycinate, which is here. This is glycinate. And I like this company too. I'll put these all down below. This is pure, it's passed all the tests too. I take 2 of these before I go to bed. It will help you to sleep. So glycinate is good for sleep. The same company has citrate. Citrate is good for digestion, the gut, and also if you're constipated, you know. So I used to travel around taking different ones. We've got taurate for the heart, magnesium. We've got, let's see, magnesium malate for energy. So you see there's all different ones, but you can take This one from Optimizer, which I've been taking for a long time. So I'll take one in the morning of these and I take 2 of the other one at night. This has everything in it. You don't have to do what I do, but that's what I do. And this is Breakthrough by Optimizers. Again, I'll put the link down below. This has all of them. And many people take this. They think it's fantastic. And this way you're getting all the magnesium rather than trying to change bottles all the time. So this is a fantastic one. Okay. Next on the list, of course, is going to be your omegas. You know, we all need omegas. Now, for a long time, I take a lot of other things and eat fish, so I kind of didn't think I needed omegas, but I exercise so much, and they are essential fatty acids. Maybe not eat fish enough, you know, wild-caught salmon, so I decided to really research some different omegas, and boy, this was eye-opening because some of them have nothing like they say, or they're rancid, and it's just like you're actually hurting yourself. But we need this for our heart health, for inflammation, any type of inflammation. This is a very strong one. I like this one. It passed all the tests. Actually, Dr. Peter Attia. I don't know if you know Dr. Attia, but he takes this one. I thought if it's good enough, he's a doctor, and he does the science of longevity, and he's very well researched, and he takes this one. So I went immediately to go look this up. I've looked up many more, and they either were rancid or they had things you would not believe, things that are not good for you inside of them. So I didn't like that. Anyway, this is Carlson's. You can take 2 of these or 1 of them a day. If you really, really have inflammation and you're really, you know, you can take 2, but it's a stronger one. So this is perfect. Carlson's. It passes all the tests. So you want to take 1 or 2 of these omegas a day. Very, very important. It's got your DHA, your EPA, all in the right quantities. So perfect, this one. Then, keep going here now. I take extra B's because I'm a little bit stressed. I'm a high A personality. I'm on the go. I'm intense, you know, and we all need extra B vitamins. And this I like because it's mentholated and it's by the company Pure. And interesting, this company is a fabulous, fabulous company, but a couple of the products didn't pass the test. So that's interesting how some are perfect. And anyway, this always passed the test. It's mentholated. What that means, it's a super powerhouse of vitamin B complexes. It has everything you need. And what I like about it is if you have that, they call it the mother, you know what gene, right? MFTH something, I don't know. It's a gene that you don't convert folic acid, you can't. And so your B vitamins are kind of null and void, you know, they're not helping you. Well, I don't even know if I have that gene. There's a test that you can take that shows, you know, whether you have it. I didn't take the test. I just figured, why not take something that doesn't have to convert? So this does not have to convert. It goes right into your system. You have energy, you feel great. If you have a lot of stress, this is fantastic. So it's a nice, potent complex of all the B12. A lot of people do not absorb B12, so this is highly absorbable, no fillers again, which is what I like. We don't want all that stuff in there that's going to, you know, affect us. So vitamin B, and it is mentholated B complex by Pure. So this is fantastic too. Okay, and then I take a little extra C. Now, I've talked about this one before. This is from Paleo Valley. It's essential. Again, it's food-based. I love them to be food-based rather than things that are GMO. Some of the ascorbic acid is GMO corn. This is food-based, so it's adding to the 500 milligrams of vitamin C that the Perfect has, the Perfect Day multi. So I like to have 1,000 a day, so I take an extra 1 of these a day. This is, again, whole food, no fillers, 3 different berries that are very strong antioxidants, and it's fantastic for you. It absorbs right into your system. You're going to see a difference. You got to keep up that vitamin C. So I love this particular vitamin C. those are my main vitamins. Let me see, I didn't forget anything, right? Okay. Now, I do take a little something for my skin. I'm not, this is extra now, okay? And I talked about it in my Collagen Beauty in a Bottle. I'll leave the link to that video down below where I go into detail, but I take niacinamide, 500 milligrams a day, and I take hyaluronic acid, one of these a day. I find that this has really helped my skin, and this helps prevent against skin cancer. They did the tests on it. I talked all about the tests in that video, which I'll put down below, so I won't go into a whole bunch of detail on that. But these two I take for the skin, extra. Okay, that's what I take. Okay, now, one thing I always take, I did a video on this too, is my Ion by Intelligence of Nature. Ion gut support. It is more than a probiotic. Actually isn't a probiotic. I liken it to the fact that with a probiotic, they put the good bacteria in with the bad. What this does is it changes the whole environment of your gut lining. It seals up the gut lining. So all of the glycosates and things that you might be ingesting, which is hard not to, right? It seals up that gut lining so you don't get, it doesn't get into the gut lining, which is how you get leaky gut. This I would not be without. I've been taking it for 10 years. I did a whole video called Gut Health Magic. My cat takes it. It supports the kidneys. It has changed her whole life. I have a whole video on that. If you're an animal lover, check out that one. I'll put that down below too. And I go into all the details, just a little spoon of this a day from Intelligence of Nature. All the links will be down below. This is something that I think that I would never be without. You know, never. I've taken it for so long, and it's really helped me. So that's like in place of a probiotic. And I want to follow up on something I talked about before as far as the skin and collagen. I said that I had found out that Vital Proteins had been sold a while back, and I wasn't too happy about that because I've been taking it for years. But since then, I have done the studies to find out about the lead and all of that, and I'm happy to say at this moment, Vital Proteins is okay to take, as far as in my book, looking at all the studies that they did on consumer labs. So we're okay, because the company that took it over is Nestle Science, and they have some products that I'm not crazy about. They've taken over a lot of products, and we have to be careful when people do that. I did a video on that too, on labels and how all the health things have been changed. People buy them because they're getting on the bandwagon. The companies, they want to sell all this. It's $billion industry, and they change the you know, the formula eventually. So this one. And then of course I have my Perfect Amino, which is for your muscles. I did a video on that too, so I'm going to let that ride, but this is fantastic if you're trying to build muscle, and it's a vegan too, and you really don't even need this if you take this. But because this has a couple of skin things in it, I don't want to be without it, so I'm doing both. But I have videos on these, so you can check those out, and check out the Gut Magic. And, you know, it goes into detail. But that's what I take. If you wanted to do something, you know, a little less, you could take your multi, your perfect day, and you could take your C, you could take your magnesium, your vitamin D, and your K2 if you really wanted to compact it. And then I think you should always take this one. But that's me, and that's what I take, and these have done me well. And when I find something else or something's great, I'm going to let you know. So I hope you will check these out. Everything will be in the description in the info box, so you can check them out. Go to Doc of Detox and look at some of the videos on the iodine. You're going to see a big difference. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I hope you'll subscribe. Don't forget to, you know, go to the little notification, and it'll tell you when I'm doing all my next videos. So I hope to see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.